It's March 25th, 2012, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to episode 325 of Mods on Air, bringing you the weekend gaming news. As modders, developers, and gamers ourselves, I am somebody. Who am I? I am foyleman, and also on the show today we have with us Stryder. How you doing today, Stryder?
Oh, hello.
We also have with us Welshy. Hello, Welshy.
Hello.
And GameKat. Hello, GameKat.
Hello.
And before we actually begin, let me remind you all that this show is recorded before you, who are somewhat of a live audience, and you can join us as we talk about these things in the chat window. Somebody will throw links in the window. They may be relevant, they may not be, but there will most certainly be some explicit language or adult themes.
It's like you're saying that like it's a given now.
Because it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Just because GameKat's here constantly does not mean we're always gonna, she's always gonna be swearing.
No.
I don't know. I think the two go hand in hand, really.
Or that Stryder's going to be giving us the finger, as he did earlier.
That was sign language. I was educating people.
Still, it's an adult theme. Okay, anyways. So we have
That was not an adult theme.
It's childish.
We have a lineup of pretty crappy topics this week, so if you have something better to do, you should do it.
Wow.
Wow, that's it.
Wow. All right.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
But if you do stick around, maybe we can come up with something to talk about. And just as a lead-in to this wonderful list of topics that we had, I thought we'd start off with something from Halo. Starting off with Halo 4, they're talking. See what I tell you, that it's a great lineup. Halo 4 has a first look going on here with a little video diary and blah blah blah.
No one
Because
cares.
there was so much that they didn't cover in the first 3 Halos.
Well, I did actually. I gave him the chance, and I thought, all right, I'll watch this video just to see. And yeah, it's just the same thing.
It is the same thing. Here's some video of somebody in the studio talking about the game. Okay, and how awesome it is. I'm trying to skip to the couple of images that they have. They're in here somewhere, aren't
What's
they?
funny is they're
Oh, there
like,
you
yeah,
go.
we've rebuilt it all from the ground up. Everything has been redone, and this looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm pausing every now and then. That's what those freezes are, to show you how it. I think they.
Just to screw with Breezy. I'm gonna pause at random times.
I think they added some contrast to the colors.
Ooh,
But they could have done that afterwards, because the blue and the red pop a little bit more, and everything else is gray. Ah, that's what they did. See, they grayscaled everything but the players.
Oh.
Because
Dropped out the
Xbox
saturation.
players were struggling with that.
Hmm.
Oh, this game's amazing, but if only the background was grey and then he was blue, and I'd be able to see him all the time.
don't
Yeah.
make fun of Xbox people now. It's not polite.
But it's fun.
Oh, Ham, I'm not-
easy.
And easy.
And we can't blame them for not stopping. If people keep buying the game, why should they stop? I mean, that's money in the bank, right?
Console.
Dignity?
people.
There's
No,
a reason
there's-
to stop.
Corporations
Preserve
have
your
no
dignity.
Well, this is a different studio, though, isn't it?
Dignity. What is
Good
this
point.
dignity you speak of? These are console people.
That is a really good point. Is the name of the studio 343? Is that why that's all over the place?
Yeah. It's not Bungie anymore, because they kind of went,
Right.
no, we don't want to make another one
Mhm.
to Microsoft, and then, yeah.
They're the GameKat.
And
There's
they
your
were
dignity.
secretly.
Yeah, disbanded.
Bungie had dignity, and they said, no.
Yeah, no,
Bungie
not
doesn't.
anymore.
And Microsoft said, would you like to do it? And they're like, hells yeah. We ain't have another game out.
That's precisely
Just
what they
like
said
that.
and how
Yeah.
they said it. That was an actual recording.
That was a
From
quote from
the
Bill
lawyer.
Gates.
Hells yeah. It's all up in this one, bitches. Fuck. Foil the gangsta.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, yeah, speaking of games you want to return, Amazon is Amazon is apparently actually accepting refunds to people who have opened and played. This is Mass Effect 3, is it not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's the collector's edition, and they've played the game, and they're returning it because they didn't like the ending.
This is absolutely
What?
ridiculous.
Yes. Somebody bought the collector's edition, played it, didn't like it, and returned it to Amazon, and Amazon accepted the return.
I mean, the big thing at the moment is that the ending sucks. I haven't got to the ending, so I don't know. I'd quite like to judge that for myself, thanks. But apparently the ending is not very good, and people are all, they were petitions, they were the usual
Whoa.
crap.
Because petitions,
Yeah.
they always do so much with
But then Amazon comes out and says, well, alright, we'll offer you a refund if you didn't like the end. And
That's
it's like,
crazy.
But that's
Yeah.
only the one case of this happening.
well, yeah, but then it's like, well, can I buy a book from Amazon, read it the whole way through, and go, you know what, I didn't care for it. The themes, they just weren't there, and can I have my money back? No. It's like going to the movies and watching the movie the whole way through and go, yeah, it was really great. The ending, I didn't like the ending, though. Can I have my money back?
They did that on South Park with the snuff film, the hell was it called? Last Temptation of Christ. Where they went to get their money back from Mel Gibson. So,
You mean the Passion of the Christ?
well, yeah, whatever. Temptation, passion.
Temptation. But it's just like, well, then, okay, we'll... Because this happened, and then another studio that's got nothing to do with this, but they've now rewritten their ending or something because of this.
Well, if it was a
So
shitty
now-
ending, then good. But
Well, yeah, but
Hmm.
at the same time, you shouldn't be able to just go, well, I didn't like it, so I want my money back.
Oh, what?
Tech-
So all of a sudden you're saying there's no reason to be a consumer, and that corporations have to hold themselves accountable to the consumer?
Well, was
True,
the
but
product
at the
not
same time,
consumed? Was the product
the
not
product,
consumed?
exactly. If you play
Yeah, but
it all the way through to the end,
if I went uptown and bought a cream-filled donut, and I got home and found out it was full of chocolate pudding, and I was not in the mood for chocolate pudding, I wanted the white tasty cream, then I would be returning it because I'm a
Yeah, but
consumer.
you ate it
and
to find out.
I may have taken a bite out of it.
but you
Yeah.
haven't eaten the whole box and then gone, you know what, I didn't like them. But you ate
That
the whole
last
box.
bite was tasted of chocolate.
Well,
I may have.
if you can't do that, that's stupid.
Fucking right.
If you
can.
if you bite out of the first one, then you didn't like it, then fine, fair enough. But you can't just then eat everything and then take them back. That's just like, I'm just going to eat food and then live for free.
Welcome to America, my friend.
I know for a fact you can't do that here.
well,
Yeah.
what about the bigger issue that they're so out of touch with their fan base that they would make an ending that's so disappointing? Like, don't they test these things
Precisely.
Well, that's true.
before they
But then
release them?
it's exactly the same as a book. How is a book or a movie any different? It's like
Right, you
asking
just
for your
don't
money
go
back.
back.
To watch. You just don't buy the DVD, or
Right.
you don't watch it again.
And
You
you,
can't
don't
then
buy
go,
the
"I'll
next
have my
in the
money back."
series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but I'm just concerned with this ongoing trend of shitty endings to otherwise good games.
Oh yeah, but that's a different
You just
issue. That's just
It is a different issue, but it bothers me nonetheless.
yeah.
It's because of a conversation I believe that we've had multiple times here, and it may not be the only cause, but I believe it is one of the root causes, in that everybody that's in the industry right now is being trained in schools. They're all getting the same education, the same thought press crammed down their throat. So all the games that are coming out all have the same shit. Sorry, people in the industry, this is not a pitch against you, but the same shit mentality that people are stupid, they'll buy anything, and everybody's got that same idea coming out of school, like, hey, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to do this. They got the blinders on. Whereas when they were pulling that, when the game industry, the development industry was pulling the talent from the talent pool of modders, there was that creativity and that drive and that passion that was still there in those people. And now it's just people are doing it because it's a job, and they could give a shit. There's no passion left in the industry.
What's that? Let me see those ideas. There you go. There's your ideas. Now make that game.
Make that, yeah, exactly. But what's interesting about Mass Effect is all the people that I've kind of read. I haven't looked too much into it because I don't want to ruin the ending for myself. But they've said that the game, right up until the last 20 minutes, is amazing. It's possibly the best one, and it's like, well, then what's your problem?
Yeah.
If the game's really good,
I
you
would
can't
return
then go.
it if it was a good game
You know
with
what?
a shitty ending.
If I could have got my money back for Rage, I would have.
Oh yeah, but Rage is different because that
But
whole
why is
game
it
wasn't
different?
that great.
See, now
Because
that's
well,
funny
you
because
didn't.
you know
I
what?
haven't finished Rage yet. I'm
But
I'm
Rage,
a little
to
more
me-
halfway through it, and I wouldn't return it. I enjoyed it, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen the ending yet.
But that's the thing. I was playing it, and I just started to get into it, and it was done. And it wasn't even an ending. It's like, okay, we're done. And they moved on to something else. There was no ending. And if some company would have said, you know what, the ending sucks for Rage, and there was a lot of people that said the ending sucks for Rage, and they were given their money back, I would have been in line for that. Yeah, I played the whole thing, but it sucked. It was like worse than Stalker when Stalker came out. In my mind, it was horrible.
Ending a story is the hardest part because you can go in with a notion of, okay, it's post-apocalyptic and this is going to happen and this is, he crashes, he comes out of a pod, whatever it was in Rage, and then you can have your vision, I think, as a game designer of what you want it to look like and what kind of gameplay you want and what you want the setting to be, but the story is probably, a whole other... You can't expect all that to come from one person or one team even. They need to get some writers in there who know story structure and will know how to resolve the conflict in a way that's satisfactory.
I know. I still disagree with the fact that you can't just play a game all the way through. Yeah, it was great, but I didn't like the ending. Can I have my money back, please?
I wouldn't do that.
I disagree with that. If you played it, you put it in your console or whatever, and you hate it from the beginning, then yeah, sure. But you play it all the way through, 40 odd hours worth of game, and then you just go, I didn't like the ending, so
yeah, that's crazy.
That's stupid to me. Because that's
but
like
even that,
people eating something and then going, I didn't like it, but you ate them all.
Usually, once you open the package,
Any
it's
piece
done.
of software, yeah.
You can't return it, so it's a gamble that you take. And even if you hate it out of the box, you're stuck with it. It's just a gamble that you take.
Well, with
any kind of entertainment.
On that point, though, I, for one, like the fact that Amazon is saying, you know what? All right, it's shit. You're going to get your money back. There's obviously more to it than just not liking the ending, because that's not something that they're going to get there.
Probably. I like I said, I haven't looked at.
But that's what we've all latched onto.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen the ending, so I don't want to look into it too much. You
don't want no spoilers?
No.
Nope. We'll have to see if Welshy returns it.
Well, I bought it on Origin, so that's not happening.
Yeah. Worst episode.
And that's the thing. I've enjoyed the game all the way through.
Yeah,
so
but
that's why
you have notoriously poor taste. I mean, look at who your friends are.
Yeah, that's true.
Us.
Hang around with these people.
Yeah. Bunch of fucking losers we are.
All right.
And then there's Tracy.
That's a whole other level of
Okay. Another topic here that we have. I Am Alive is a game that's supposed to be out there that people are.
At first, I was afraid.
Hating on.
now
and
I'm
other
alive.
people are loving.
Well, see what
Ubisoft.
I read this was awful.
Yes. Well, if you go over to Metacritic, you end up with scores of 6.9 for users, a Metascore of 70 out of 100 for the critics. Here's a critic with a 100%. It's great. Critic with 71, which is Australian gamers.
100%.
Yeah, and here's IGN with 45.
Yeah, the
Jeez,
review
full of
I
the
watched,
map.
IGN hated it. And like from what I've seen,
They
I
didn't
kind of
get
agree.
the big bag of money.
Well, apparently not.
Aren't you supposed to? Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to that disclosure of bags of money for every review. All right. But Ubisoft is out there saying that it's the most polarizing title we've ever launched.
Oh, is you Bold driving it or something?
Oh, God.
Because he's an absolute fucking genius. I'm surprised there's not more titles of his.
There is, but we're not clever enough to conceive them.
It just, when it first came out, we saw some bad reviews, some weird reviews like this. They're all over the place. User reviews, 10, 6, 3. I mean, it's really all over the place.
What I saw of it, one of the things that really annoyed IGN was the fact that they give you a gun in the game, but barely any bullets. And the premise is you can, point that at somebody and they don't know if it's loaded or not. And that, you can point it and they'll go, okay, don't shoot. But then they notice the second you put the gun down, the guy charges at you again, like a madman, and then you put the gun back. It's like, I've still got the gun in my hand. It's just I'm not pointing it, like, directly like this at the guy. Yeah, because I'm not doing this at your face. And it's like, he goes, I put the gun down like this, and the guy charges at me as if he just instantly forgets that I'm holding it.
It's like that Doctor Who where you blink and the statues run at you.
Yeah, it's just like that. It was just, wow.
And you know this from playing it or from reading the review? You know this from the review,
From watching,
right?
From the review, and they showed the bit that section where they found it.
All right. Okay, another one. Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is out there showing you how the microtransactions are going to work. Basically saying that you can buy things that make your player look pretty, and not necessarily make your player rank up faster than everyone else, or be stronger or something like that.
Well, that's good. You shouldn't be able to pay for that. You should have to earn it through hours of wasted existence.
And mountains of Cheetos.
Now, what I was hoping to find through this article was that there is absolutely no subscription fee, but I still haven't found that. That statement from them. It's only assumed.
Your savior, you're going to end up playing Star Wars anyways.
What?
You're going to end up playing Star Wars anyway, because Guild Wars 2 is going to come out with a subscription fee.
Okay.
And
then I'll play Terra.
You're going to go like, Terra.
Why isn't Ham actually on? Because he actually has all the information.
We keep inviting
Look at
Ham.
the stunned silence. Information?
Somebody did some research.
We don't like when he does research.
An informed opinion?
Yes, Ham, if you can actually find the article coming from the developers, awesome. I see there is a GameFAQ on Guild Wars 2 website that says something about subscriptions and money. Will there be a subscription? And it says, nope. You'll just buy the game and play it online without a monthly fee. But I thought I heard conflicting articles from somewhere else saying, I'm not really sure.
But wasn't the first Guild Wars like that? You just bought it and you could play?
Yeah, but it's a new era. It's I don't,
that's not the business model anymore.
That's actually driven by an enjoyable gameplay experience and not pure greed.
I just know it takes money to keep the servers and keep everything running. It is a big world out there in the in the Guild Wars scene, and they have to support it. And how do you continue to support a game if it's just draining money and not making?
I played Guild Wars like 3 years after it came out.
Mm-hmm. And
granted, I got it on Steam sale, but I still
and they were paying for that. They were paying for that ability of you to still play it, and probably still are.
Well, they must be making money, or they wouldn't do it.
I would think
they would have shut it down a long time ago. They weren't making money off of it.
All right, so as far as we know, it's still no subscription fee. Stryder.
I'm still not going to play it. I'll be playing Star Wars.
No, that game just wanted me to love it. when I was at Eurogame. Like everywhere, it was just like,
Guild
please
Wars?
love me. Yeah.
I would have bought
They
it
were
if they
giving
would have
them
given me
stuff.
one of those shirts, but they
They were
wouldn't.
giving
bags.
They would not give up
Bags.
those shirts.
Bottles of water, M&Ms with Guild Wars on it.
Those are W's and W's.
Yeah. There wasn't free beer. No.
I would have been all over that.
Yeah. I'd have also been all over the floor if that was the case.
Actually, the Guild Wars did give us free beer, didn't they?
Did they? Oh, they
Yeah,
did. They gave us 2 free beers.
2 free beer and food. I actually had 3 free beer out there.
That's right. I forgot. Wow.
Oh, you're
See?
Canadian. Here's another one.
See how quickly you forgot?
You're gonna need another one just to
That
even
first
get going
one's like
there, so-
water.
First 2 were like a half a beer.
They were. They really were.
Beer
Alright.
flavored water. Mm.
See, we disclosed that we got something for our review.
They gave us beer.
They would not. They would not give us the shirts off their backs. Sons of bitches.
No. Nope.
I
One day
like
we can
that
ask them about
philosophy. It's never okay for players to buy a game and not be able to enjoy what they paid for without additional purchase.
I agree.
We think players should have the opportunity to spend money. Period.
It's a consumer world, and if they wish to spend money, then who am I to stop them?
They should also be able to spend money on account services and on time-saving convenience items.
Here's the thing that bugs me about Star Wars. Like, I don't mind buying a game for $10 or $20 and then paying a subscription, but Star Wars was $60,
Mm-hmm.
and then a subscription on top of that.
Yeah, but if you bust that down a little bit, you get like the first month free. So Star Wars, the game, was actually only $45, which is less than every other game title out there that's new.
I
still-
trust you. You drank the Kool-Aid.
I did the math, really, but
So I spent
I'm
$45
still
on a
disappointed
game that
it's
I can't play, or $60 on a game I can play.
For a month.
I can't play $45 of game. It's not possible.
Right.
Therefore, it is $60, right? Well, no. Okay, so I can buy the game and just not play it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you could play it for a month. That's it.
No, not for $45.
No, not for 45, for 60.
Yeah.
You get 1 month of gameplay for $60. Only $15 for each additional month.
that
Yeah.
sounded so much like a late-night TV commercial.
Yes, it did.
Additional charges.
Operators are standing by. Well, now.
Pick up the phone.
Call the number on the bottom of the screen.
I just crack these days. True that, and there's no hangover from Star Wars.
Yeah.
It depends on... You're going to bed too early is what's happening there. There's no hangover.
We'll see, because I plan to set my computer up after the podcast, and
Oh,
I haven't.
Star Wars on.
I haven't quested in like weeks, so I got Mountain Dew. I got leftover pizza, leftover
got a-
Chinese food. I'm good to
got a-
go.
Keg of Mountain Dew. Hook myself up on the Dew drip and
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, IV up. Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
Get one of those
What's that
colostomy
beeping
bags.
noise?
You don't even have to move.
If it flatlines, that means I gotta change the Mountain Dew bag in the
change the
drip.
Mountain Dew keg.
I've got a guy for that. He just comes around, and
I paid my brother to do that. He comes by, hooks me up.
All right. Zynga. Let's talk about Zynga here a little bit. Zynga's been... you know what? Well, there's a few interesting things here going on. First of all, we have a company that's based on an iPhone game. That's how it was originally created. Throwing birds across the screen and making them knock over walls around pigs. And actually, we can actually take a step back and go way farther back. Farmville, and then before that, a whole list of games that just don't go anywhere. and it just comes across that it just comes up that they finally come up with a hit that everyone buys into, and suddenly they have enough money to throw $180 million at another company to buy their game. That game being OMG POP.
Oh my God, Pop!
Well, not game, that company being that. Now, this is a company that EA was considering purchasing, so goes the rumor. And Zynga swoops in and takes it out from under EA. We're talking about a company that is based on making iPhone games, somehow suddenly having enough money to swoop in and take something from EA.
Which I say, awesome.
Yeah, that's
Suck
pretty
it,
good
EA.
for them. I mean, if you're out there trying to make games and trying to find that game, it's a little bit of a lottery. You turn around and find out what is this? OMG POP says that I can't find it, that this is like a game number 200 that they've made. That finally it's making a difference. It's selling.
It reminds me of those like NES games used to get. It was like 1,000 in one, and it was like 1,000 different games on one. There was only like one of them that was any good. Actually, doesn't Zynga though? Are they not like Farmville?
Yeah, they are Farmville.
Some sort of poker game as well.
I think they did some poker games.
Facebook titles.
Yeah, but that's obviously where they're getting their revenue from.
Okay, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Because that would explain where they got quite a large amount of money from.
200 million? Really? Just here you
Well,
go.
Farmville's pretty popular.
I got 200 million. You want to take it?
I found it under my couch.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So they really got it going, and it's because they came across a game that just started working for them. It's very finicky, the market. It's tough if you want to try and make this little game that stands out.
The little game that could.
Perhaps I don't know if there's something you can learn from this as a developer. Don't expect that one game to be the hit, but still, be prepared to just keep putting game out after game. Just like just like if you were to buy a sandwich shop, you're going to be having to put out a lot of sandwiches before it catches on. And hopefully it does.
So that's the quantity versus quality
analogy.
Yeah.
Quite possibly the most bizarre analogy I've ever heard from you, but
why not? Why not? Doesn't that work? That works, doesn't it?
Sort of.
Go make me a sandwich.
Because then at the same time, you don't want one game company making just constant stream of crap.
Right, which is what would happen, and then, oh look, a hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
got
something
lucky
like
there.
Don't expect every game you make to be a hit, but make it like it is going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
would be better. See that? See what I did there?
You put the onus back on them.
So Zynga's going to be branching out Xbox, PlayStation, PC, phones. They're going to be hitting it all up. Yep.
They'd be all up in your business.
Yeah, hitting it all up. I'm getting that as a ringtone.
Okay. Jumping on to something that's a little more interesting, I guess. I don't know. This is again we bring up the Walking Dead game from Telltale
Christopher
Games.
Walken.
Yeah, they throw out this video here. This video that's supposed to be Playing Dead Episode 3. This is supposed to be a first look at gameplay, according to the description.
That's the only reason I threw it in there. Was because it does actually show gameplay.
Near the end?
About, yeah.
Okay, there you go. So there is more than just a still image, right? And pointing and clicking. You're still pointing and clicking,
Yeah, it's
but
still
Telltale
style, Telltale. I do
Tattletale.
Yeah, Telltale's something else. It's still Telltale style. Point and click, the ones they've been doing recently, which is the same thing but in 3D.
Interesting.
I mean, the only reason I brought it up was just to kind of point out the fact that you're not really going to be running around killing zombies en masse. It's not Left 4 Dead.
That was quite a scene that I just saw. Did you see that? Did you see what they were doing? All right, I'm going to rewind it a little bit if it'll allow me. You go around the room. Okay. They're going. Really? That sucks. Well, if I'm frozen on, yeah. Well, anyway, he's going around the room. He comes across a radio because he wants to check out the radio. And now I guess I rewound it too much, or did I fast forward because it's not now? Not okay. So he's like, oh, the radio's not working. So I'll open up the back where the batteries are. Okay, open up the batteries. You know what? The batteries are backwards. I'm going to pull the batteries out and put it... First of all, why are the batteries in the radio backwards? Okay, whatever. So he puts the batteries back in.
Yeah, whatever.
Close the battery thing. Okay, now I can flip the radio back. Oh, got to pull up the antenna. Okay. Flip the radio back around and then try and dial in something. Oh, wait. It's not on. Power the radio. There you go. So it's like...
Well, no, I can get past all of that, right? Because it's a puzzle game. But then what the girl says, "Oh, you fixed it." Like, did you not think to put the batteries in the right way?
Because I'm a blonde.
Like, well, no, but if that's the level of intelligence I can expect from a zombie apocalypse, I don't want to survive.
You won't for long with that level of intelligence.
We already are zombies if that's the case.
Yeah.
But as far as these point and click goes, this looks like one of the more interesting ones. I mean, compared to the Nancy Drew I got to play, thank you, Morphus.
Cool.
It's quite a step up. They're trying to make an interactive story, I guess.
Telltale do good with that kind of thing. I couldn't think of anything better.
Telltale good.
Telltale do good.
They know what they're doing.
Welshy smash.
Push button, put battery in right way round.
Mash button. Mash button.
Oh. And this is on the Xbox. I didn't know they had an Xbox version.
Yeah, I thought it was the Wii because of the way it's moving.
Please let it stay on the Xbox.
That thing, but then you see like A and B and it's the Xbox. Okay.
Does it get interesting, or does it just stay bland and boring?
I think around about 12 minutes he has to like not get dead.
Hey, 13 minutes. Quick, press A. Oh no, press X. Oh, he slipped on the blood. That's awesome. He slipped on the blood, almost knocked himself out.
Yar!
Yar!
Throw the little girl at him, quick!
Throw the little girl at him?
Take her, not me!
Take me! What is kind of cool is that they're talking to the creator of The Walking Dead there, and he's like, we've written a new story. It takes place in the same world or whatever, but it's not. They haven't just kind of remade the game, the comic book or the TV show. It's separate. So it's not like you're just playing the same thing over.
Did the comic book come first, or the TV show?
Yes, comic book first.
I wonder how this game's doing. Anybody know how this is doing?
The thing with Telltale, it's probably going to be episodic.
It is. That's why that's why this says episode 3, right?
No, I think that's just episode 3 of the
Movies.
TV series that they got going on there. Like the third episode of interviews we're putting together.
Oh,
so I didn't think it was out yet.
Wow, apparently this is doing well. We've got newspapers rating it at 100%, except for the New York Daily News, which, well, this is the New York Daily.
Their big bag of money.
60, they gave it a 60%. And the people are giving it a complete... Wow, I got a 10, a 5, and a 0.
Every angle of the spectrum, right there.
But interestingly, based on Metascore and user score, they're both 82%.
Yeah, I mean, watching that video, the guy there, he is like very much like, I wanted to make this good rather than just give me money.
Yeah, it's tempting to check out, actually.
Well, I'm a fan of the comic books, so And actually, that's the one thing he said. He said it's not set in the TV show universe because it's a little bit different. Yeah, the farm for 6 years. It's set in the comic book, so it's a little bit more like the comic book than the TV series, which is good.
Okay, I'm moving on to something else. Prey 2. They say Prey 2 might not actually be made. Is that right? Is that what I'm reading here? That's what it says. It might not ever see the day of light.
Yeah.
Day of light.
It
was a day of light.
Yes, I
thought
know.
that Tenacious D song.
I enjoyed the first Prey, but I have to say it was kind of a weird game. It was a weird combination of things. The Native American culture, and the ghosts, and the aliens, the spirit walk, and then everything on this ship looking like an orifice of one sort or another. It's a weird game.
But Prey 2 is a game
there
that...
was a lot of sexual...
Yeah.
And that was the one where you got to walk up the walls foil.
Yeah, and lots of orifices to walk through.
That was the one where you got really small as well for a bit, didn't you?
Yes.
That one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, the Prey 2, I mean, they showed it at E3, at PAX Prime, and apparently at QuakeCon. So, what's not getting finished?
Don't know.
Was
that sarcasm? Because I didn't quite pick up on it.
I know, I'm wondering what needs to be done at this point. I mean, at that point, do you actually just say, okay, forget it, close the game down, or do you just say, you know what, it's not good, let's throw it out there for $20?
Wasn't Bethesda's doing this, aren't they?
They should be. I remember this being right next to the Rage booth at PAX. Wasn't that right, Stryder? It's like they were going side by side. Yeah. No. That wasn't. That was next to.
No, you think like Fallout is Bethesda.
It was next to
ZeniMax.
You think wasn't Rage id?
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim. There.
Because that's what I was thinking. You know, possibly this got kind of lost during the development of Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know.
They would have finished Prey, but they took an arrow to the knee.
Ha ha!
I love it when it's like a painful laughter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to, but I have to. Crap!
Okay, this one's in here for GameKat. Apparently, Ghost Warrior 2 preview is out there if you want to start checking this out.
Only if it's as good as the original.
Is that the one where you were the sniper with the leaf every time you went down?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Hence the little note in the topics there.
I don't look at the topics.
Oh, it just says just for you because you loved it so much.
Oh. Yeah, that was bad.
There it is. If you can see video at all. Here it is, following the bullet in and for the kill.
So, you know, I expect a video of you playing this one.
Screaming angrily.
Why is there another goddamn leaf in my hand?
Wow.
That was the one where you were the sniper, except everything you did involved you being up close and personal to him.
Yeah.
And the best part was the cutscene where they clearly show your bullet going through the guy's head, and then they say, "Oh, you missed."
Was that
Because
that
apparently,
Call of Duty 4?
if you actually kill the guy, then the game is pretty much over. But they never went back and fixed the. I don't know, man. It was weird because clearly I shot him. But
yes, Morphus. This is going to be utilizing CryEngine 3.
well, maybe it'll look better then.
Well,
Yes,
the
these
one
will be
before
more
was on the 2.
realistic.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the rope you climbed down. When you got to the ground, it turned into a leaf. And this guy doesn't get a leaf. He gets a...
He gets to hold on to his... Oh,
Yeah.
look at that, a gun.
They
That must be
fixed
the
the
console
bug.
version.
That's either that or that's just pre-rendered.
Okay. So, we'll have to see that when it comes out. Or GameKat will, and she'll tell us all about it.
What makes you think I'm going to spend money on that?
Because you spent money on the first one.
Yeah, but that was a joke.
Yeah. Well, we won't talk about that. Was a dark time.
I'll spend money on a good laugh.
Okay,
as
Wasteland.
evidenced by the $60 Jinx puppet.
Yes. All right, Wasteland 2 is a game that's being developed by some indie studio who went out there, begged for money under the name of Kickstarter, and got a bunch of money to do it.
Give us some money so we can kickstart our game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
And they, what is it? Did they actually get 1.5 million?
What?
Yes.
They hit their $1.5 million mark, so that it can be done for PC, Mac, and Linux. Cool. But don't expect it on any other platform. So if you're a console lover and you gave him money, you're SOL.
Oh, this was that one.
Yeah.
You're SOL.
Sorta out of luck is what that stands for.
Exactly. And since then, they've started another project. Is that right? Is this the same company, Fargo? Yeah, it's Fargo.
Started another project.
Yeah.
We would like some more of your money because it worked really well last time.
They're calling it Kick It
Project,
Forward.
we need a couch in the office.
They're calling it Kick It Forward, meaning that if you developers that make money should turn around and help other developers who want to make money.
But they just got like 1.5 million. They're an indie studio.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much more money do you need?
They're not asking. Yeah, I don't know if they're. Maybe that's a way for them to say, "Hey, EA, give us money." I don't know. Instead of saying, "Hey, we just made a game. We should give money to somebody else." I don't. It could go either way. I think it's a good thing that people can go out there and ask for money to make a game, and it's nice that people are willing to support them for it. But you know what? If you want to give your money to a company and in the hopes that something will get in return, and
Pick me.
But don't forget that we also have subscriptions
Open to
available
donations.
for this show and MODSonline.
Well,
So
maybe we should do a Kickstarter thing and see what happens. We could get like what, $10 to $12 out of it.
That's if we each chip in $3.
yes, that's right.
We've got listeners like Morphus, where free is.
Yeah.
Chip in some money. We'll give you a free version.
Yeah.
Of the show. Free version, so that's just audio, one person at a time.
Plus,
With
order
all that-
now.
Yeah, with any jokes cut out, so that's like 20 cents extra if you want to hear one of the jokes.
All right, here's one for you. Apparently, there really is a Miss Street Fighter X Tekken pageant. There's
Oh,
a real
God.
pageant.
What?
Yeah, there's a pageant. I can only assume it's in Japan. Yeah, Japan. You have to be in Japan to participate in this pageant.
You can only assume, can you?
He's already got tickets, yeah.
So yeah, either Street Fighter or Tekken.
I feel like those are opposing things.
Yeah, but you can dress up as characters from either one of those, and then there's a pageant for it.
That's just like being at PAX, though. Seriously.
Yeah, I know.
With all the cosplay going on there. Which
You
isn't
can have
which isn't necessarily bad. I saw some pretty interesting costumes.
think of all the fame and fortune you
He
can gain
means
from
low
this.
cut and tight fitting costumes.
Easy now. There's more to me than just lechery.
Besides, that guy at the donut stand, he didn't think it was funny.
What?
I'm implying you were leching at men, and never mind.
Oh, all right. It's pretty weak.
Yeah, I know. It's hot, alright? It is.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
This
go to
is the
Japan
show
and get
that'll
on
never end.
this. No. There. All right, it's done. Game's over.
Game's over. I broke it.
No refund. No refund.
Yeah. Could I have a refund? I didn't like the ending.
Yeah, the ending sucked, bloody.
Yeah, you know what? I told you. I told you we just didn't have the topics this week. That was the exciting part.
I suppose.
I'm hoping that next week brings us a whole new list of material to talk about, and we stretch this out as far as we could.
If not, we'll talk about the same shit over again.
Yes, we'll just redo this week's show next week. Or how about one of you guys start making a game, and then we'll talk about that, huh? Or maybe
why don't you do that, huh?
You know what? Not to worry. We're going to have some special edition shows coming up soon enough.
Like Short Bus Special?
I thought that was every show.
Actually, this is a new field of view. My camera is, anyways. No?
It's Foyle's floor porn view.
I didn't put the camera down there this time.
No, that was just...
Not even going to ask.
It's best that you don't.
No.
That's it. I don't have anything else. I have a lot of tax work. Anybody that's not a fun game though.
No, neither's Taxicrane or Draft-A-Crane. You're on Taxicrane. I'm on Draft-A-Crane.
Yeah, it's I've pretty much maxed out my character, and now it's just
no more leveling up. Now you've gone through the grinding phase. Now you're just there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ham, and everybody else who's having some issues with today's Stickum.
I'm not
our end this time.
I am. It's still frozen on the Guild Wars screen.
It's fine for me.
Well, she looks like he's got like his arms like this, like he's leaning to one side, trying to squeeze one out, and Kate's smiling, I'm smiling, and Eric's looking like he's shifty-eyed, like he's a shifty-eyed dealer in Vegas.
He looks like that now.
But no, but nobody's moving.
Ham is checking out some CSGO. Awesome. He's doing things that I'm not sure he's allowed to mention. And yeah, that's the Counter-Strike, the new Counter-Strike game. I don't know what he's allowed to say. Ham, are you allowed to talk about it?
Obviously not.
It's console.
Yeah, it's console like. That's what isn't that what we were watching at PAX last year?
Yes, it is.
The one they had the giant crosshairs in front of the big plasma TV that got you right into the game. Oh yeah, that's realistic.
That's how big the crosshair is in the game too.
Yeah, it covers your whole screen.
You don't need to see. It's got auto aim. You just press a button.
It's the subtitle. CS:GO. Try and miss.
CS:GO. Go CS:GO. CCS:GO.
Yeah, okay. We should have Ham on here next week to talk about it. How about that? Somebody make a note. Oh well.
Notes.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, I didn't think it looked it looked like... No, it didn't look like anything new. New map? Was it even new maps? I don't even know if it's new maps.
Probably not. What I saw at Eurogamer was a bit like... it's the same, yeah? Yeah, pretty much.
Is this the dust again? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Probably.
Yeah. He hasn't seen any new maps yet. That's what I thought.
Yeah, all they're doing is putting it into the kind of vaguely new version of the Source engine that isn't a new version, which it is.
I'm not sure if this was Stryder that said it or somebody that Stryder asked about it being console-y when they said, yeah, we're trying to get more of the console market.
Yeah. It's because it's coming out on the PlayStation and Xbox, I think. Could possibly be making that up.
I don't think you are.
You could possibly make that.
Yeah. All right. Get out your knife. End the show. I think we're done here.
Knife.
Anybody else have no? We're playing knifey spoony. Anybody else have anything else that they want to bring up?
That must be
That
a
is
Jersey
a very
game.
old Simpsons reference.
Yes.
That's a Jersey game.
That's the last
Sounds
time I
like
saw
so you
The
pay
Simpsons.
extra.
It's Australian, actually.
Yes. Okay. I guess no one else has anything else I want to bring up. Ham, we should have you on the show next week to talk about it, okay? Cool? Cool.
So
All
don't
right.
make any plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I guess I want to thank the host for taking the time out to chat today. Right? Stryder, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's always an adventure.
Taking time out of Draft a Crane, one of your
Yeah.
most favorite games, I know. Welshy, thank you very much for joining us today and for posting show notes as we went along.
No problem.
I also want to thank Welshy for giving us some extra show notes so we had some more than 10 minutes
Yeah.
to talk
I did more than 4 minutes worth of work.
about. And GameKat, thank you very much for coming in today.
Anytime.
Awesome, okay. Finally, I want to thank the fans for taking the time out to chat today. Thank you all for coming in and joining us on this wonderful show. And if you're not busy, go play some games, have fun, enjoy yourselves. Bye.
Stay safe.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@MODSonair.com. And please consider subscribing to MODSonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
You can end up with viruses and all kinds of bullshit.